We are back.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Oh, it still
Yeah,
hurts.
how's the jaw doing there, buddy?
Still a little sore, but I'm alive. Thank you for asking.
Yeah,
Lucas, you're echoing.
I don't know where I'm echoing from. Okay, hold on. That was not me.
Test.
Testing. Is it me echoing?
No, I
No,
think
we're good now.
I think we're good now.
How is your freaking face, Coastal?
I mean, it's still here. I can still talk.
You should have listened.
Where were you,
months
John?
ago.
John,
Huh?
where were you?
Oh, I could tell you where he was at. He was back trying to steal interviews, is what he was trying to do.
And boy, did it work out fantastically. See, Lucas, your job isn't that hard.
Oh, you didn't do half the work, and all you did was badmouth the guys you don't like, the Wake, and then you kiss butt to the office. That's all you did.
No, I didn't.
Very
Yeah.
biased.
See, look at this. It's all about respect here. All about respect.
Oh yeah, because look who it is talking.
Yeah.
Chia Pet himself.
I got the interview with both competitors of the main event. I got the law office. What else did I get? Oh, I got Chopper City before they lost to cease and desist, which kudos to them. We'll get into that. Got quite a bit of interviews. Where were you, Lucas?
I was up calling matches is what I was doing. I called the main event. I called all those matches.
Would have not been in that situation if you didn't leave to go after Slade.
Oh no, I was going to be up there regardless.
Well, yeah, he made that choice. Now, where the hell Mr. Fox came from, I have no clue. But I guess he's trying to make business deals. But yeah, I tried to get him an interview with Two Dame, and damn Slade is once again. But
yeah, it got so bad between you and Slade that I actually had to pull Two Dame aside and be like, "Hey, come over here, buddy. Come over here."
Yeah, and Two Dame blew you off, just like all the other people that you try to get interviews with. The only people that you snuck your way in doing those interviews, just like Slade. You did,
dude.
Yeah, I'm respectful. I didn't take one interview from Lucas while I was out there.
No, you did not.
Don't be so mad.
And
don't
you
be so mad that a host 2,000 miles away did your job with these. I get it.
Not with you.
I get it.
Well, Aiden Koyama begs to differ. Says you are very biased.
Still conducted the interview, didn't I?
Very biased, John. It was very biased. I was very disappointed. Supposed to be open-minded. I would never speak to a member of the law office that way.
You definitely wouldn't speak to the Wake that way either.
No, I'm a very professional, credible reporter, John.
If you say so. By the way, do you still have that loose tooth, that loose molar from when Marcio slapped the taste out of you?
John, all my teeth are still attached to my head. Thank you. I'm healing well. Thank you for your concern now. Would have been nice last week.
I mean, I kind of warned you like months ago, but it's all good. You learned your lesson eventually, which I'm proud of you for that.
I'd do it again.
I'm sure you would. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a special Do's and Belts Recharge edition. I am your host, Johnny Death Drop. Yes, don't mind me. I am still very much under the weather. I have been sick for a week. I can't shake it. Hopefully I'm on the back burner of it, so I'm going to sound a little bit iffy tonight. But we do have two other compadres here on the show that's going to probably bail me out in terms of voice clarity. On my right, he is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine. He is none other than the one and only Coastal Crusader.
What's going on, everyone? We had an amazing milestone. It was amazing to be there for it. Yes, I got myself involved. We will talk about that, but we'll also talk about the weight coming out on top in the tag match and what a main event. We'll get to that too.
Sorry about that. Needed a drink. And on the bottom, he is your resident encyclopedia, I think, of Rocky Mountain Pro. He is the number 4 CMS journalist, I think, as of right now. He is also the voice of Charge and Ignition, at least as of right now. He is the one and only Lucas Bradwell.
You can try to badmouth me all you want, but my resume speaks for itself. I'm everywhere on every show. I dominate in Rocky Mountain Pro. That's what I do. But tonight we got a lot to talk about. And once again, I was proven right because Slade turned out to be no good, just like I tried to tell you guys. And your guy there, Coastal, Johnny Casanova.
What a gentleman he is.
No, he didn't listen.
He got screwed over for it. The nice guy always finishes last, Lucas.
Well, we'll talk about the nice guy. We'll talk about more about that. Should have listened to me. And man, got to give it up. We got new tag team champions. They're gonna get their flowers. I got to.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Eric, you better be ready for when Lucas gives you your flowers for the first time. Right here on this show. This is going to be fantastic. We might have to screen record that one. All right. Yes, tonight is all about Milestone 16. If you haven't seen, now here comes the spoiler before we begin. Tonight's all about Milestone 16. If you were there, you know what happened. You can enjoy the show with us. If you have not seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, as of right now, it is still live on the members only portion on the YouTube channel. Go join as a member. I believe it's tier 2 or tier 3. I can't really remember anymore because it's changed a couple times. One of those tiers, pick the highest tier, and you'll be able to watch it whenever you want. Not only that, but all other past Mile High events or pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever you want to call it. But if you haven't seen the show and you want to be spoiled, stick around and enjoy the banter, because there is a lot that happened in this show that's going to be a lot of bantering back and forth. I can feel it. So there's that. And sorry, let's not forget, Milestone 16 will be revamped for the public at some point. I don't have an exact date, but it's going to be re-edited, re-immersed for everybody else to see in the public within the next week or two. Once we get the date, we'll let you know. But that'll be coming out in the next week or two, I'm assuming. Other than that, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 matches to go over. That is including the pre-show. Typically, we don't do the pre-show. But because there was a title defended on the pre-show and also a number 1 contendership match that was on the pre-show as well, we're going to add the pre-show into the main card of Milestone 16. So that's going to leave us with 13 matches to go over. So this is going to take us most of the night. We will be returning back to normal schedule starting next week with our normal recharge show. I think we will be on episode 508 to restart. And then we're going back to the rewind because we are actually working towards milestone 6 on the rewind. So we got that to look forward to. All right. Enough me talking, because I can't even really talk that much anyway tonight because I'm dying. So let's kick it off to these guys over here, the Coastal one and Lucas. Let's talk about the opening match on the pre-show before the main card. This was a #1 contendership match for the tag team championships on a future episode or date down the road. We had Type Reckless going up against Standing on Business, which was Lipto and Maddox.
Yes, yeah, and this is why it always goes to show that matches aren't wrestled on paper, because on paper, this was a mismatch and a half. You would pick Standing on Business all day long. No one would, doubt you for it. It was the high money pick. But again, this is why when the bell rings, anything can happen, because I really think that it was very minimal Standing on Business looking past them, because Standing on Business does exactly that. They stand on their business, they take care of business. I just think they weren't ready for the variables, the high flying, and just the amount of resiliency that both Type Reckless had. I mean, the Type 1 Warrior was coming back. It's his 5th anniversary of wrestling. He'd been out for 5 months. He's coming back. He's ready to go. You got one half of the Reckless and Jay Camacho. They're flying all around, and they are able to outlast the power. They're able to outlast the veteranship of both Standing on Business, and they pull out a huge upset here, Lucas. This puts them as the #1 contender. I was very surprised. I was doing commentary with Johnny on this one, and we were both very surprised at the upset. It kind of puts the tag team division on its head, Lucas.
Well, certainly does. This was not an outcome I think really anybody thought. Anybody who's really seen what Stand on Business has been able to do, uh, just you would not have picked this outcome, because they've been a machine. They've been given the wake all they can handle. And maybe, just maybe, that played a part in this. That maybe their thing with the wake has gotten to them a little bit, and maybe that was in the back of their head. Maybe that played a role. I mean, Jack McCready obviously didn't help worth a damn. Good job there, Jack. You're supposed to be out there helping your buddy, and you didn't do nothing. And so why that's probably why we've got new #1 contenders, because Jack McCready, just like I do on commentary, I got to carry you, and Maddox and Lipto carry you as well. So, and you're
Lucas,
kind of
there's
proving
some,
yourself.
some ill feelings, Lucas.
Whoa. Isn't he your ignition
started.
partner?
Well, sometimes when he feels like it.
Jack is what we call a free spirit, Lucas.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, geez. Is
that.
the apocalypse coming?
No, he just knows that you're going to be giving
No,
him
those are just-
flowers in about a half hour.
Those are just the wildfires from Canada.
Well, no, Sonny, I don't want outside interference. It's just what usually stops McCready from outside interference. And it's on the biggest stage. I mean, you might as well. #1 contendership on the line. But
man, Reyes, you are talking a lot of stuff for two guys that have their eyes on you already. I know they're not #1 contenders right now, but Standing on Business is going to get back up there. So, yeah, I'd be very afraid about talking stuff about Maddox and Lipto, because it will go from the, as Sonny put it, the who could throw Jay Camacho the furthest to who could toss Eric Reyes through the quarry.
Oh, and now we've got a ignition commentary partner that I actually like. We got Team Reckless in there. I'm assuming that's my guy Camacho, who's been on commentary with me a few times. In fact, he joined me on commentary last night at Summit Tacos.
So you're just applying for all applications to fill that role, huh?
Well, hey, Camacho did great. I might just keep him.
I think Lucas is advocating for cheating, Jack. I'm pretty sure that's what came out of his mouth.
No, if you guys are going to cheat anyways, might as well do it right.
Lucas was there for Genesis, so he'll be there for Revelation.
Ha ha ha.
Team Rectalist.
They are talking so much smack right now. And I know they're on the top and they can, but they got to back it up.
Well, and this is what we're going to be doing the entire night. This is why this episode is going to take probably the full 120 here, or close to, because we're just going to be bantering back and forth with chat. We all know you guys were excited about Milestone, and you couldn't wait for us to talk about it when we got back. So, which, by the way, I want to point out, because we haven't even touched on our flight home, which was kind of concerning. And
it was a little
the story has not been told yet. So, Coastal, if you want to go ahead and enlighten the people, because this seems to happen every single time we're coming home from Denver. So,
well, so first off, I don't understand like why in Denver you guys think that like the world comes to an end at 10 o'clock at night, because you close half of the security down and make everybody walk all the way across the entire airport to walk all the way back across the entire airport. Pain in the ass. But anyways, we get there. First off, the flight's not delayed for the first time in forever. It's actually early, which is a welcome change. So we get on the flight, we board. Everything is going really well. We didn't really have that much turbulence. Then we started to get into Boston. So like we're starting our descent. Okay. So you know how they do the announcements at the beginning to make sure you know where your exits are and everything? They do that at the beginning of the flight. That's pretty normal. Well, anyways, we're in the air. We're starting to come down into Boston. And he goes, all right, we're starting our descent into Boston. Just a reminder here, make sure you know where your exits are at all times. You know, please locate 2 exits. And they may be behind you. And I'm sitting here going, that's an odd thing to say as we're landing. Does he know something we don't? When I say we hit Boston pretty hard. Like, you know how you usually bounce when you land? I think we bottomed out. Yeah, that was a pretty rough landing, but we're okay.
Did like the landing gear not come down? What was going on?
I feel like there was a malfunction with the landing gear, and they just didn't want to say anything.
Right, but they made sure to make sure we knew where the exits were in case we needed them. Now, for those of you that don't know, when you land into Boston, you don't come over Boston proper. You land over the ocean, and that's where the runway sticks out into. So if you miss the runway, you don't crash. It's a water landing.
Yeah, no, you're getting wet. And I'm telling you, we bounced off that pavement like a basketball a couple times trying to land. I nearly pissed myself, as expected, because I hate
We came in at Mach 20, though. Never come in that fast. We also landed a half hour early, which was odd.
Yeah. Let's see. And poor Coastal got TSA pre-checked and couldn't even utilize it in Denver.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. You shut your TSA pre-check down at 10 too. Like
what is the point of it? I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay, how long? Okay, so are you guys just remodeling the entire airport because half of it's inaccessible, everything's moved?
They've been doing it it's been like 5 years.
Yeah, it's becoming confusing to navigate. I think me and Coles walked back and forth from the airport when we got there, and when we were trying to find our gate to leave, like about 15 times, because they completely 180 the entire airport. It was not fun, but that's our yearly flight story. It's always interesting with us. So,
but hey, when we got out there, we could check in early, so that helped.
We got to pay an extra $20 to do so, but
yeah, we still did. Worth it.
Well, I think we were up like 28, 29 hours at that point.
It was 31 before we went to bed.
Yeah, long day and a half. All right. Oh, the Illuminati meeting happened at 9:50. That's why, says Sonny.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's get back on topic here. I'm sure we'll be having a couple more of these convos as the night goes on. It's going to be a long night. The Ignition Championship was on the line in the main event of the pre-show, pitting Danger D and your champion going up against Two Dame.
Yeah, this was Two Dame's best match, I really think. And I know we say that every time, but Two Dame's one of those guys where he always brings something new every single time. Excuse me. And this was This was a resiliency. This was Two Dame putting it all together against a veteran. And I know he didn't come out on top, but Two Dame gave Dean every single thing he could handle. If you watch the highlights of that or watch the match, it's just Two Dame taking it to Dean on every level and Dean having to really dig deep into his veteran tool bag to pull out a win. You know, Two Dame survived multiple spears. He was able to almost have Dean a couple times. There was a kick out at 299. I thought Two Dame had overcome everything and was going to have a two-time milestone Two Dame celebration, but it wasn't in the cards. But Two Dame is very close. I really think Two Dame recaptures that Ignition title and really starts kind of the new year of Two Dame. I know last year was a big year for him, but it was a big learning year, Lucas. So I think Two Dame is well on his way to recapturing gold this year.
Think so. This was a great match for him. He gave Dean all he could handle. Dean even went on social media and said he doesn't think he's ever been hit as hard as when he was pimp slapped by Two Dame. You know, although Two Dame didn't come out on top, he had a huge weekend, and especially a little behind the scenes for people who don't know. At Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Academy, they do a shirt system, which is a lot like a martial arts system with the belts. Two Dame got
You want to recap that?
Yeah. I'll just go over it really quick, but
Yeah, go ahead.
Two Dame got a promotion on his shirts, and we are now talking about a assistant coach Two Dame, as he is now a purple shirt. That just shows you how hard this guy works, how much dedication he puts in, where he's come from and where he's at now. It's been an unbelievable journey. Two Dame really has just grown so much right before our eyes, guys, and that was very deserving that he got a promotion. And one Izzy O'Reilly also got a promotion as well. So she moved up from green shirt to blue shirt. So we've got a couple big promotions that happened at Milestone. It was also a big night for Izzy. We'll talk about that later. So congratulations to both of them. So yeah, for those who aren't aware, we do that shirt system at the Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling Academy. When they first start out, they're white shirts. Once they get ready to be on television and they're at that level where they can be trusted to be on television, they get a green, and then it kind of just goes up and up. So, and the coaches obviously are black shirts, and that's something that they take very seriously and they take a lot of pride in. So, we've got a few black shirts that are coaches. But yeah, congratulations to those guys. And like we said, big weekend for Two Dame James. Not only that, but he had a big part in Lockett's title controversy that we'll talk about later as well. So
yeah, Two Dame really cares about the future too, and that's a big part. He helps a lot of the younger people out, a lot of the younger students there. So in a world of in this world, you be a Two Dame. Don't be a Marcio Santos. Be a Two Dame.
The RMP champ, proud coach moments.
Yeah, he presented those shirts, so I know that was big for him.
I think Hunter should have 2 championships charged in tag team.
Well, as currently he doesn't have any.
Right, we'll get to that too.
All right. Main show. By the way, congrats, Danger Dean, one of the original guys here at RMP, formerly NRW. First ever, no, not first ever.
Longest reigning NRW champion of all time.
Former longest reigning.
Well, he's the longest reigning NRW champion. He's the second longest reigning main champion behind the Wakes one and only Dustin Urich.
Yeah, kudos to Danger Dean, still doing it at a high level.
Looking great, by the way.
Ignition championship. Yeah, I agree.
He might be in the best shape of his whole career right now. I know the back's still bothering him, but physique-wise and endurance-wise, yeah. It was good to see him in the ring again, too.
It was good to see him on a personal level. I'm glad he's doing very good. And we hugged it out for a good 5 minutes. It was good.
And then you picked them to win the Colorado Cup sometime, whenever that
I did.
happens.
Yeah, that was great. And I'm gonna do it again coming up. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
all right.
That's going to be your pick just every year. Just Danger
Hey,
Dean.
they worked once, and I mean he's the ignition champion right now, riding momentum. So all right. Let's get into the main meat and potatoes of the show. The official Milestone 16 review. Just a quick heads up once again. If you don't like spoilers, this is the time to turn away and go watch it at your leisure, and then come back and watch the show later for our review. Or if you like spoilers, stick around and enjoy the banter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first match, lead Milestone 16, was in fact Lola Yara going up against Pumpkin Morgan for the Lockettes Championship.
Yeah, this match started. I knew something fishy was up. It was Lola doing the whole cat and mouse game, and I'm like, this hasn't been Lola's thing lately. What's going on here? And I was like, okay, maybe, the match goes on really back and forth. I'm like, this is good. We haven't had any interference yet. Then all of a sudden, the cameraman jumps up, and I knew something was fishy. I'm like, oh, who is this? And come to find out, it's that shyster who decided he's finally well enough to come back. And what's the first thing he does? Does what he does best, inserts himself into matters not of his business.
He was trying to help out production. They were missing a cameraman. We all know Kevin was ill that day. Preston was just filling in, helping out.
God, and you say I'm delusional.
Yeah.
I'm not delusional.
Anyways, Preston
he was holding the camera. He was the camera
absolutely guy. Yeah, holding the camera and then slamming it into Pumpkin Morgan's head. I mean, if you could have seen the bruise that she has from John, that bruise is not incidental. That was measured. That was and that's what happens. And then Lola gets a victory. So yeah, she won again, but oh my God, like it had to happen that way. And Preston, he looked like he won again. This man has a problem that he is delusional and thinks he is the Lockettes champion. He lives vicariously through Lola.
Oh, you guys think I'm kidding? They were missing a camera guy. I wasn't lying.
No.
Preston was just filling in.
Yes.
No, that's not that. Yes, we were missing a camera guy, but there was plenty of people that were there to take over.
That's all I needed to hear.
That for a fact.
That's all I needed to hear.
No, because if that was the case and he was just being the cameraman, he wouldn't have took off all his gear. He would have just put it off as an accident. No, he revealed himself because he didn't give a damn about being a cameraman. He cared about knocking out Pumpkin with the damn camera and getting the championship for his client, or more for himself. Let's just
accidents happen.
Oh my
Remember,
God.
like the Rosenbad Coastal? Accidents happen.
There was John. That wasn't an accident. Okay, wind is an accident. The windows were open that night in Bierstadt. You keep bringing. This was not an accident. The proof is in the bruise. That was measured.
And let's talk. Yeah, and poor Sonny. Even at the beginning of the damn match, like he's supposed to be introducing the whole match. He was doing a great championship introduction. Lola has to get her own introduction from Arius because, she can't have Sonny doing it.
I mean, very few can top Arius, to be honest.
Well, I think Sonny's been doing a pretty damn good job, even though we don't get along all the time.
Not saying he hasn't.
Sonny's a great ring announcer. I question some of his taste, but great ring announcer.
He had some wonderful words of wisdom for me as I regained.
Maybe I should run for
my
office.
Senses.
Maybe I should run for office.
Oh God!
Good suggestion.
Yeah, you'd be a great politician. You'd be right up with the rest of them. Just as sneaky and slimy and know how to twist the story with the best of them.
Wasn't a twist. He was just filling in,
Oh,
like I said, and you confirmed it, Lucas, so I'm not lying.
no, there was a cameraman missing that was no longer with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But that
he filled
wasn't
in. He was dressed
that
in all
was
black. It's not like
that
he was dressed in
that
the
yeah.
orange. He
We
was
have
covering.
plenty of other cameramen that were ready to step up. And in fact, they did, because he didn't do cameraman for the rest of the night. So that
I'm starting to
goes
wonder
against their damn point.
if poor Kevin was supposed to be there and had some car problems or whatever the law office fixes up.
And I'm not a grape nuts guy. I'm a crackling oat bran guy.
Crackling oats.
Crackling oat bran.
Oh.
Delicious.
All right. Well, Lola proved that she is the Disputed Lucas champion. Case in point.
Yeah, it was
least-
very disputed.
least-
We'll find that out later.
Yeah. No, it's now. We'll get into that, but she's definitely disputed again.
And then Johnny steals an
100%.
interview after all that.
You're damn right I did. Absolutely I did. With
Even
Preston.
Slade didn't even like that.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
I think
right,
John
Lucas?
was in on the
Right,
plan.
Lucas?
He just happened to be
That's
back
right.
there, Lucas.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, you at least have learned something from me. Yeah, you do what you got to do. You know, I actually can't hate the game on that one.
No, you can't.
I think he was in on it. I think he knew exactly what Preston was doing. He just happened to be back there for an interview after.
Yeah. I think he had the inside scoop.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I took it from there. It is what it is. It was a good interview. Now, granted, Lola had to run to the back because she was dealing with the stank of Punkin Morgan, so she had to get all that out of her system. So I wasn't able to talk to her, but I did talk to Preston, and that party was great, by the way. It was a great party.
Oh, you're having parties. So you give Coastal crap for party, and you're out here partying. You're just as bad as he is.
I don't mind partying. I don't mind partying with my boys. Just like he doesn't mind partying, or he doesn't mind partying with his boys. So it was a good party. It was way better than Casanova or Summer of Paradise or whatever.
The cookout was amazing. You don't even know what you missed. You don't even know.
So
I can't describe it. It was so like relaxing and meditative, and I learned a lot about myself.
Boom.
No. Oh no.
See this.
Boom.
This is what I'm talking about. The taste
through the roof.
The Sunny
through the roof.
See, this is why I talk about I can't question Sonny on how good of a announcer he is, but his taste, come on.
The views and expressions of Sonny Flores are not shared by those of the dudes in belts.
Oh, we are still waiting on that human centipede picture, Sonny.
Oh,
so whenever you can get that to us, that'd be great. Do you have any proof of these allegations? Johnny, don't take this crap. Well,
it was pretty convenient that you were right.
It was just very convenient.
Well,
you were right there. I mean, it was almost as if like you knew what was happening because the match was barely over.
Please,
and you were already in the position.
I don't come out
and
a blue blazer out of all things I would ever put on my body just to stand there and look pretty. All right, I was there for a reason.
Yeah, but you gave it Preston a little eye wink. I caught that. Like it was almost like that went right according to plan.
Yep. See, Eric's right on the money there. No proof. You got nothing. But we'll move on because we could ramble about this all day, and we probably will in about 10 minutes or so when we talk about part 2 of that match. But next up, we do have to talk about the tag team match between The Wake, Dustin Urich, and Damon Ace, and your new starting lineup, Briscoe Crown and Jason Knoll.
Yeah, this was everything we thought it would be. Very emotional match. A lot on the line here. We didn't know if it was going to be Jason's last match or not. But he brought it. Briscoe brought it, as I knew they would. But the Wake, I mean, they looked really great as a tag team. For everything you guys say every week about how they're falling apart and the wheels are coming off, and Damon's going, his mind's not in the right place, and Casanova's the weak one, and all the infighting you guys did, nothing. They looked so great. They looked amazing. And, I mean, Damon and Dustin have proven that they could go after those tag team titles. And I hope they do. I really hope they go against Cease and Desist, because it will be a very eye opening and learning experience for Cease and Desist. They'll learn more than they learned in No Man's Land, and that will say a lot. But yeah, I mean, the Wake wins again. Guys, I'm sorry. I told you I didn't underestimate anybody. Briscoe brought it, Jason brought it, but it just wasn't enough.
Oh, you did for like the past 2 weeks. Don't
No,
you
I
go there
didn't.
with
You're
us.
putting words in my mouth again.
No,
Lucas
you
will
were
agree with me on this one. Absolutely.
No.
you were discounting Briscoe.
No, I
I
was
think this
not.
I think this match was. I bet that you were getting a little nervous watching this match. I bet. I mean, I wasn't. Johnny, you had to have kind of seen him. I know he was walking around the back there.
Oh,
I
I
was
saw
up.
him.
Like a
Actually,
nervous.
Lucas, I was up right behind you. I wanted to get the bird's eye view for that match.
Oh, you were the one trying to swoop in just like Mr. Fox.
See?
I see.
See? You guys think I'm bad.
I was getting a
I just
good
came
view. I
prepared.
wanted to be amongst the rascals to feel the energy.
Oh, they were amazing, by the way.
Yes, that place was rocking.
Yeah, if you guys haven't, if you guys didn't see the show last Thursday, holy cow, loudest crowd I think the Quarry has seen in years. Huge crowd, and it lasted all night. It was a great crowd.
Yeah, it kept the energy all night. But yeah, this match, man, I thought that Briscoe and Jason were going to pull it off. They were looking good. I mean, Jason hit a sky high that looked like it took Dustin Urich out, and it was I don't know, man. I really thought that it was going to be a your new starting lineup night. It was not, unfortunately. And now the question is where does Jason No go? Is he done? I mean, we don't know, because this wasn't a retirement match, but he's been contemplating. He's been talking about it. And now that you lose on the biggest stage, maybe he just doesn't have it in him no more. I'm going to be very interested to see where we go from here.
Father Time is undefeated, guys, and Father Time catches us all.
Well, and here's the thing. He's been wrestling for the same amount of time that Dustin Urich has. And, Dustin, we've seen in the past year or so, Dustin's had some questions in his mind about, his career and what he has. So he may not be too far behind. Just, all it takes is a little slump, and doubt starts to creep in.
Yeah, but he's the Wake supports each other, so he's got support behind him now. All those negative thoughts are gone. It's just winning. It's working out great.
Here's the thing, Johnny. The Wake, besides Damon Ace, they're all in their 40s. They're all getting up there. You don't know how much longer they've got. Besides Damon.
They said the same thing
still in
about
his
Rick.
prime.
They said the same thing about Flair for years. The great ones keep going. Greatest tag team of all time. Greatest RMP champion of all time.
Oh, we got some bold predictions over here from Thor saying that Dustin and Damon will win the belts.
Well, they're not even number one contenders right now.
And apparently Lucas is undefeated. Or was undefeated. Well, if this was Jason Noel's last match, kudos on a career. For sure. We don't know officially, obviously. He could still be wrestling for all we know, and on ignitions and stuff like that. But what a career, man. I mean, 20 plus, roughly.
I think he needs one more. He's got to put it all out there against somebody. I don't know who that is, but he's got to put it all out there once, and hopefully we'll find out if that's the case or what's going on.
You know, he's one of the more underrated wrestlers that's come through Rocky Mountain Pro. Very underrated. You know, didn't have a lot of chances at gold, but man, no matter what iteration of Jason Knoll you saw, he could always go in the ring. For a guy his size, he was extremely gifted athletically, great,
Diamond Standard.
and yeah, Diamond Standard, the natural athlete, just terrific. So yeah, if it is, kudos to him. Also, low key, just a great guy. Really
Oh
is. I
yeah.
know that he's got an attitude. I know he's got an attitude, and he's one guy you don't want to mess with. Tough as nails, but he's a great guy, good friend. So yeah, hopefully we haven't seen the last of Jason though.
Hopefully not. All right. Let's move on. Tag Team Championship match. Chopper City faced Cease and Desist. There was a stipulation in this match. If Cease and Desist lost this match, they would no longer be a tag team. And we don't have to worry about that because they won. More gold to the law office once again. And by the way, Reyes did make a valid point not too long ago. You guys talked about me being biased, but I also interviewed Chopper City before that match even took place. So
Yeah, and
can't
it
say
was a lot
nothing
like your
about that.
interview with Caden. It was you wanted to be elsewhere. You could tell you wanted no business being there. So, yes, you interviewed them, but the enthusiasm was that of a wet towel, if you will.
I was very
I,
enthusiastic during
I,
that interview, as a matter of fact. I'm like, Milestone's off to a great start. It's exciting. And here I have Chopper City, and boom.
Really quick, can we just correct Eric Reyes for not listening? You both heard me say that besides Damon, everyone in the wake is over 40, right? I did say that Damon's the only
Yes.
one. I said that like 3 times. I guess that chia pet hair is getting in your ears. Pull it out and listen.
Whoa.
You idiot.
Whoa.
Well, he
All
may
right.
be an
And
idiot, Lucas, but he is an idiot with gold
well,
now.
yeah.
And
And I know, and I just called him an idiot, and here in a few minutes, I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna
You're gonna completely
completely throw.
180.
Yep.
He's just getting it out of his system.
That's right.
no, and this was a great tag team match, and there was a lot on the line. And I had said for a few weeks that I was worried about this because Chopper City has been going so hard, and it just seemed like every title defense, it was taking more and more out of them. They had a very long reign, guys. The belts lived in Chopper City for a long time, almost took up permanent residence. I thought they were for a while. I mean, Chopper City defended against everybody, and then they finally had to come up against Cease and Desist, who they were fresh. They hadn't had a title match in a while for stipulations. They were ready, and they backed up everything they had said. They stopped the chop. They were able to win the belts, and they were able to bring gold back to the law office, where temporarily they had 3 gold. And soon after, well, we'll find out about that later. They didn't. But going back to the tag titles, big win. Now they have to start defending. And if they really want to be an established, powerhouse tag team champion, they have to go on a run. They can't lose these to Type Reckless coming up. If they do, it's a failed endeavor, Lucas. So they better be ready because now everyone is trying to cease and desist the title reign of Cease and Desist instead of stopping the chop.
But that's going to be tall. That's going to be a tall task for anybody because right now, Cease and Desist are the best tag team in Rocky Mountain Pro. They're the best tag team in the region. They just are.
Oh, let me hear that again, Lucas.
And they're
Let
the
me
best
hear
tag
that
team in the
clip
region.
it.
They did what a lot of people thought was impossible, including myself. They stopped Chopper City, and I'm even going to give credit to what I thought was the stupid stop the chop petition. Now, did the petition itself work? No, but what it did is it got Chopper City worn down to the point where they just were tired of it, and they ended up doing something that they I didn't think they were going to do. They ended up giving cease and desist an opportunity. And to cease and desist credit, they went ahead and put their tag team existence on the line because they had enough confidence that they could do it. And they have proven that they have Choppa City's number because they have done it on multiple occasions now where they have beaten Choppa City. And, Choppa City is going to go down as one of the all-time great tag teams in Rocky Mountain Pro history, right up there with J.K. Pop. Well, now Cease and Desist can make their claim to that, and they might do that, guys. They're that damn good. I watched what they did. Yeah, was there a little shenanigans? Of course, but there seems to be in every damn match here in Rocky Mountain Pro because everybody wants to win. They wanted it. They got it. They did what they had to do, and they're the best tag team in the land right now.
Say that
So
one more time.
congratulations.
Say that one more time.
Best tag team in the land, cease and desist. I can say that. So I am not as biased as you think I am. Do I like the guys personally? No, but they're one hell of a damn tag team.
I was saying this months ago when they got banned. They were the last team to do it, and they proved it. No one else could. Kudos to cease and desist. Bringing more gold back to the law office.
Yeah, Johnny, speaking of that, what happened next to all that gold?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, Two Dame's going to get an earful of this one. Because now the undisputed Lockettes champion, which I think still should be the case because this was unexpected and probably should not have happened. This rematch could have happened on a different date, but Two Dame decided to voice his power that I thought he lost already when D'Lo came back, but decided to use it.
D'Lo wasn't there. He had to be the interim voice of the figurehead again.
And put that Lockettes title match back on restart, just with the title on the opposite side. And Punk and Morgan came out victorious again. Blindsiding Lola Yara yet again. Screwed Lola Yara yet again. So here we go. As of right now, as it stands, she is the disputed champion because she was supposed to be the undisputed Lockettes champion.
She was the undisputed Lockettes champion for a total of about 45 minutes, which I believe, and I'm not the expert Lucas is, but I now think she holds the wonderful distinction of being the shortest reign in Lockettes history. Am I right with that, Lucas? Is that the shortest Lockettes reign?
That would be the shortest Lockettes reign, yes.
Hey, let's give it up for Lola, everybody. Yay. That's a new record, Lola. Very proud of you. Very proud.
But you know that Lola will spin it, that she's also the only one that's wrestled 2 matches in 2 different milestones. She'll definitely tell you that, and she'll tell you that she's still the disputed champion because this is under dispute too. So nothing's changed. We're still gonna have to listen to Lola talk about how she's just unjustly getting things taken away from her. And
don't worry, Preston will fix it. Preston will fix it.
There's always a petition, Lucas. There's always a petition. There's always an issue. There's always, I just thought that, hey, you know what, Arias, while we're giving flowers out, I thought that's a very good distinction. That's a record that's going to be very hard to break. Very hard. So that one's going to stand for a long time. Lola's name will be in the record books under that for a very long time.
You have a corrupt IVF in charge when he's not supposed to be in charge. Yeah.
Well, again, D'Lo wasn't there, so the interim voice had to step in. It was very hectic. He did what he thought was right.
Look at Allie Knox even taking some shots at Lola.
I like your Allie.
It's a very good record, and when she digs herself out of the dumpster and gets out of the trash compactor finally that Punk can put her in, I'm sure there will be plenty of discussion within the law office of what's happening.
See what happens when D'Lo's not around? All guns are pointed directly at the law office. It's not right.
Well,
All
Well,
right.
let's not forget that it was D'Lo who made the decision with cease and desist that they wouldn't be able to challenge for the tag team. So that kind of doesn't.
And they took a
You're
chance,
arguing.
just like they took a chance against Chopper City. And they won this
Well,
one. They unfortunately didn't win the last one. But D'Lo Brown wouldn't have had him go again for a second match.
Oh,
He was
I think
there.
he would
I can
have.
tell you that right now.
I think he would have corrected this
I don't
situation.
think so. I don't think so. All right. Oh, let's get into the good one. Let's get into the good one. Yes.
It was a very good match.
We need to talk about this one. We absolutely need to talk about this one. Next match at Milestone was the street fight between Remy D and Marcio Santos. Now, Coastal, can I ask you something?
Absolutely, John.
What made you hop over that barricade and try and get in Marcio's face?
I was sick and tired of his selfish act. I was sick and tired of him making everything about him. He tried to make Milestone about him instead of about everybody because that's what he does. He is selfish, he's egotistical, and I was sick and tired of it. I was sick and tired of him taking advantage of everything, and something had to be done. And for once, I was going to go down and even the odds.
It was a street fight.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
So I didn't have to worry about Remy getting disqualified for it.
I mean, I think Remy was doing what he had to do in the ring.
Giving Marcio a taste of his own medicine.
And boy,
somebody
was that a
screwing
mistake on
with
your
him.
part. That was a
It did not work out the way I wanted it to, but
no, clearly
I wasn't scared.
I saw you literally get clonked in the face and fly about 5 feet towards the other direction.
He does hit very hard. But I mean, who hits a guy in a blazer? Come on.
Well, you called him a toddler. I don't know how many times.
There's consequences for that.
We've been warning you for like months, right, Lucas? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you probably
am-
shouldn't be doing this.
Am I still here? Yes. Is my jaw sore? Still, yes. It's getting better. I'm alive, and I proved that, he can hit me as hard, he can hit me what he wants, but I'm still here. I'm still around. He won. He picked up a win. But he hasn't heard the last of Remy. He needs to stop running his mouth about Remy because that's going to end up horrible for him.
He can if he wants to. He beat him.
You take your win and just for once in your life, Marcio, be respectful. Take your win and just walk on to the next one. You don't need to continuously be calling Remy out. You're asking for the beast to come out. That's bad. I'm warning you. I'm advising you, Marcio, because you don't heed anything. And you're going to walk straight through any warning and any emergency sign you see anyways.
Why would he listen to you?
He doesn't understand the beat. Ask Sledge about what he's getting into. Like
ask anybody. Ask David Drake. Ask a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Ask Eric Reyes.
The side of Remy, when you call out the beast, you don't like. It's not some out of shape, overweight, 40-something-year-old from Maine that you punched. It's going to be Remy, the beast. It's not going to be good.
Were you even wearing a blazer?
I was, yes.
Practice what you preach, Coastal. Says
yeah, Sonny had some wonderful
things to do with
at least Sonny came over and checked on me, if you could call it that. Wonderful words of wisdom from Sonny. Johnny's nowhere to be found. He's back trying to scalp interviews and boost himself up. Meanwhile, at least
3 more interviews as a
at
matter
least
of fact,
Arias checked on
thing.
me. At least Arias made sure I was okay. What I could say for a dude I flew 2,000 miles with.
Hey, I told you insurance wasn't going to cover what could have happened to you, and what eventually happened to you was kind of your own doing. I was trying to tell you to stop.
I've never once denied that, John, but
Need I
a little
remind you?
compassion. You're my
Need,
friend.
need I remind you, sir? Yes, we're going back a little ways here. But when I was in my 6-man tag team match against Awake, and we came back on this show a week later, what did you do? Oh, you said the exact same thing that I'm telling you right now. You should have listened. You should have did this. You should have did that.
Here's the difference, John. You were upset about it. I'm not upset. I took responsibility for my actions. As Sonny eloquently put it before, I talked shit. I got hit, but I'm still here. And I'll probably talk shit again. I'm a slow learner. Ask Mrs. Coastal.
We warned you for like 3 months. You didn't get the hint after one.
Johnny, I didn't care to at that point. I was sick and tired of him.
No, you were too busy, you know. Do I even have the picture? No more. I don't have the picture. You're lucky.
Ooh.
But you were too busy talking about what? What I miss? Oh,
there
here we go.
might be some juicy news. Look at this.
Sorry.
Went to Blackhawk to see potential event spots. And if you guys aren't familiar with Blackhawk, that's like our little casino town up in the mountains. Beautiful area where there's casinos and all kinds of cool stuff. That would be
Oh,
awesome.
that's my kind of place right there.
Yeah.
Stevie, I added the odds about 0.1%. I feel like I was probably McGregor's knee in this aspect of the odds.
Oh, don't remind me about that, dude. Thank God Patty won, because oh my God. That was a rough night.
Yeah, the odds were not in John's favor.
No.
But I do want to go back to the wait a minute. Coastal said something, and I didn't want to cut him off, but he said something that he felt he had to even the odds in this match. The odds were even. It was Remy versus Marcio, and Remy more than handled himself in this matchup. Remy was absolutely giving Marcio the business in a lot of that matchup. I mean, Marcio went to the table. Yeah.
He was trying to overshadow everybody, Lucas. He pulled out the barbed wire because he wanted everybody to look at him. He is a selfish individual. So if I could steal his spotlight and get my butt kicked because of it, at least I know it wasn't solely on him. And that was enough for me.
Doesn't he sound like Marcio in his eyes? He tried to steal the spotlight, right?
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 That drop's got a point.
Maybe Marcio did knock some sense into you. Holy cow.
He's a selfish man.
You're starting to think like him now, too.
That man needs to be stopped by any means necessary. And I don't care what favors I have to call in. Marcio Santos will be stopped.
And now he's sounding like another guy that we know. Any means necessary.
Any means necessary.
Don't you compare me to him. I will make things hell for Marcio if I can from 2,000 miles away.
You're even starting to get the voice a little bit.
Oh, stop.
If it's the last thing I see in Rocky Mountain Pro, it'll be Marcio leaving.
Famous last line from the wake from him. Yes.
Whatever minimal amount of favors I have, I will call in against that man. I have one sole point now, and it's to stop him. Stop him from ever winning anything. I don't care.
And what are you going to do 2,000 miles away?
I'll figure it out, John. I'm resourceful.
Yeah, we know you can send Miller Lights to Atlantic City for your wake friends. We know you can do that.
You went to your party, you know. Hey, I had a nice dinner too. So
it was a great time. Ask Reyes, ask Preston, ask Cookie. It was a great time. We had a blast. Ask Marcio. He joined us too. We kind of laughed about your situation. It was great.
Yeah, John, your friends laughing about other friends getting hurt. That's wonderful, John. Good friend there.
Ah, what a night it was. Except for the Lola Part 2 match with Pumpkin. That still needs to be appealed, but
That was some good justice right there. That was good justice.
I'm sure that'll happen down the line in the future. But before we continue, folks, need I remind you, we do have merch right here. The Dudes and Death Drop merch store. You can get all your Dudes and Belts merchandise to help support the dudes and the show. There's shirts on there. I would prefer you to get orange because why would you not wear orange? It's such a fantastic color. But we have shirts, t-shirts, mugs, hats, etc., etc. We have this logo, and you have our other logos from the past still on there as well. Or if you just want strictly Death Drop merch, that's where you can find it as well.
The coffee tastes real bitter coming out of the Death Drop coffee cup, though. Just a heads up, it's very bitter.
Don't you be hating? Don't you be hating? Just scan the QR code. It'll pop up at least one more time during the show before the show is over. And anything helps supports the Dudes and Belts in this show as well. All right. Why didn't that go away? Okay. We're actually going to continue this show with a video. About a minute and a half. Because the next segment on Milestone 16 was all about the one and only Hall of Famer, Curtis Cole.
What time is it? Oh, crap. When I started, I didn't think that I was good enough to be a professional wrestler.
I didn't think he'd last 6 months. I look forward to coming here more than doing anything else in my entire day.
Coming to the school changed my way of thinking. It changed my confidence level and took it from here. I can't even see it anymore.
We couldn't have become who we are without you, Curtis Cole, in every way, shape, or form. So for that, thank you, brother. We love you, we miss you, and I can't think of someone more deserving. Congrats, Bo.
I'm so grateful and happy for him that he's going to be inducted into the Rocky Mountain Pro Hall of Fame.
Curtis, if it wasn't for you, there definitely wouldn't be a JK Pop, and there wouldn't be a Johnny Casanova. Thank you so much.
Yes, Curtis Cole did get inducted into the Rocky Mountain Pro Hall of Fame during Milestone 16. Now that we've had a week to kind of reminisce over that announcement, your thoughts?
You know, I've said a lot of stuff about Curtis Cole on these shows over the years that I've known him, and not all of it's been flattering. And let's face it, some of the stuff he did in the ring wasn't that great. But outside of the ring, there are very few people that were as welcoming to the dudes as Curtis Cole when we showed up. He was very supportive. He got to know us. I got to know Curtis, and what a great individual he is. I'm very happy for him. He's earned it. And just thank you, Curtis. And please come back sometime.
Yeah, well said. I've known Curtis since, the very beginnings of his career, the first day that he stepped foot into what was the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy back then. And, there was doubts on whether or not he was even going to, make it to even see his first match. He was having some struggles in training. There was a lot of, chatter of, maybe, he just isn't quite cut out for wrestling. He had an athletic background. He was a professional skateboarder. And, but, he didn't just take to wrestling just like that, at least not in training. But, man, once he figured it out, he just kept at it. And, man, he once he got it figured out, it was like, he skyrocketed and never looked back. One of the all-time greats, and one of the most respectful guys, at least when I first met him. We didn't always see eye to eye, I'm the one who came up with the I Hate Curtis Cole shirt, but that was out of respect. That's probably the best respect I can give a guy is, you play somebody on television and that I am invested in, love or hate like that. That means you've done a hell of a job. And when I loved Curtis Cole, I absolutely loved Curtis Cole. When I hated Curtis Cole, I hated his guts. And that's the mark of a good wrestler. That shows that you're the very best at what you do when you can do that. You can evoke that kind of emotion out of people, and he was just great at it. And one of the all-round good guys that I've ever met. Behind the scenes, great father. So yeah, Curtis Cole, well deserved Hall of Fame induction, man.
Yeah, only a few people have been able to call themselves Hall of Famers in Rocky Mountain Pro. Multiple time Rocky Mountain Pro champion. Very few people can say that nowadays. I think there's only been a handful of people that can say that. Multiple time tag champion. Especially with the tag dudes. We all remember the tag dudes from when we first started. Boy, those sound bites were great.
Mm-hmm.
From the tag dudes, especially coming from him. And like you guys said, all around just awesome human being to be around. Sorry, I'm still dealing with this. But yeah, I mean, I can't really think of a lot of people that's more deserving of being honored to be in the Rocky Mountain Pro Hall of Fame. And he deserves it. I don't think there's a question whether you hate him like Lucas does or whether you love him like everyone in the RMP faithful or the Rascals or anyone out there who has watched Curtis Cole's career unfold. He was definitely amazing, and it's again well deserving. All right, we had that. Now we got to move on to a grudge match in a way. Izzy O'Reilly going up against Nikki Chase. And there's history going into this match. Lucas has unfortunately covered this history in multiple parts of interviews over the past month or so of charge. We'll start with Lucas with this one because he's got all the scoop on this whole history leading up to this match.
Yeah. Well, this was the match that Izzy felt was taking her all the way back to when all of her problems started. She kind of was going through a journey since the beginning of the year, trying to figure out where everything went wrong. She had that bad injury that kept her out for a couple months, kept her out doing what she loved. We saw a very drastic change in Izzy when she returned. Uh, Everyone was trying to figure out what exactly was going on. But then when she finally, kind of revealed where it all started and where the issues came from, she took care of Midnight, thought that was it, but no, it was Nikki Chase who was she was the main bully, the main antagonist in this story. And um, got to give it up for Izzy, man. She faced all of her demons, had a lot of courage, and it looked like Nikki had outclassed her in this matchup, Coastal. It really did. If you were really watching this matchup, Nikki seemed to be in control. She was full of confidence. But Izzy, just like she's done since she started her career, she just never gave up. Uh, never seemed to, count herself out, even when it was looking bad for her. And she was able to pull out a big time victory on the biggest stage. And now, Coastal, she is 2-0 at Milestone, which, even though that's not a lot of milestones, not a lot of people can say they've won their first 2 milestones in their career. And she's done that. So big time for Izzy. This was huge.
Yeah, I mean, this was very big. 2-0 at Milestone's huge. People can say, you may hit some rough patches throughout the year, but if you can say I win on the biggest stage of them all when it counts, that says a lot. This match was very important for Izzy. This, as Lucas said, you're facing your demons, and it's not often that you get to see a young athlete performer hit that extra gear, and we got to see that with Izzy in this one. She's fought most of the match. I kind of agree with Lucas in the fact that it really looked like Nikki Chase was taking control, and Izzy found that extra gear. She was able to fight back and able to pick up this huge victory. This is going to propel her this year. I'm not saying it's all going to be rainbows and gumdrops, but I think this is going to help her get through some harder times. I think it's going to help her win some matches she might not have won this past year. And she does have a new blossoming tag team forming with Allie Knox as well. So this is another way that she can maybe up her game, mentor a younger competitor as well, and pass along some of this knowledge. Her new attitude's really working out for her. So I'm excited to see what this year holds for Izzy O'Reilly.
That's what I was going to say. Is the attitude change in Izzy's benefit, or do you think it's going to hurt her in the long run if she can't control it?
I think we need to see how she handles adversity with this new attitude change. It's all been great so far, but really the measuring stick is how you handle adversity.
Yeah, it's just going to get harder from here on out. Now I think she's opened up eyes in the Lockouts division. If she hadn't already, I think now that she's starting to get on a roll, I think definitely she's opening eyes to other competitors like a Lilith Grimm, like a Big Daddy Mo. So now she's going to get everyone's absolute best, and that will be the next test for Izzy to see if this new attitude is going to benefit her. So that's the big question.
All right. Moving on. A match that we didn't think we would see in Rocky Mountain Pro, I think at all, was your Charge Championship match between Hunter Gray and the veteran Jack Vaughn. And surprisingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new Charge champion here at Rocky Mountain Pro, and it's none other than the veteran Jack Vaughn. I don't think anybody was expecting that.
No, this was, in my eyes, it was an upset. I know Jack Vaughn had come in and said that he was trying to save Rocky Mountain Pro and show everyone what true professional wrestling is. And we all were kind of like, yeah, but you're going up against Hunter Gray. He's an animal. He's the Mountain Devil. He's going to eat you up. And Jack Vaughn really showed why he is the veteran, why he knows what he's doing, why he travels all over the country and wins wherever he goes. And we found that out at Rocky Mountain Pro at Milestone 16. As he, takes gold in his first Rocky Mountain Pro match, upsets Hunter Gray, wins that title, and now we're going to see Jack Vaughn defend the Charge title, which is a sentence I didn't think I would say, Lucas, on this show, but Jack Vaughn is a very good in-ring athlete. He is the veteran. He shows it in the ring. I don't know how people are going to compete with Jack Vaughn and how he's ever going to lose this Charge title now that he has it.
Oh, he did. For me, it's shocking. I know that he's a well-traveled competitor. He's been doing this a long time. He's wrestled on big stages, been a star on NWA, LVW. But the way that Hunter Gray had just kind of has come up since winning the Charge Championship, winning his first singles title here in Rocky Mountain Pro after a career that's been going on for 13 years almost. This was shocking because it looked like Hunter Gray was almost an unstoppable force, and yet Jack Vaughn had the answers. A good old reliable poke in the eye, and then that huge clothesline that he just about knocked Hunter Gray's head off, and with force. I don't know if Hunter Gray could see that one coming. That he just got ran over like a train rolling through a Volvo. It was just unbelievable. And the fact that Jack Vaughn can do that to Hunter Gray, yeah, you make a good point, Coastal. It's going to be damn hard to get that title off a guy like Jack Vaughn now. Yeah, that's big time.
So Jack Vaughn is your new charge champion, and he will be defending the title now on a weekly basis. Now, I guess that's official. We'll be seeing more of Jack Vaughn. Any thoughts on that?
It's exciting. I mean, Jack.
Who's going to stop him?
Yeah, that I don't know, John, but having Jack Vaughn as a champion does nothing. You know, we may not like that Hunter Gray's not the champion anymore. Hunter's a big favorite around here. But Jack Vaughn being the champion, he's going to draw our eyes. He's going to bring challengers out. It's going to be interesting to see how the guys at Rocky Mountain Pro step up to someone like Jack Vaughn. And we're going to see, I'm sure we'll see the best of the best take their shot at it. I think Hunter wants his shot at it again too. So, I mean, I think Hunter's lurking in the forest, if you will, hunting Jack Vaughn. So I'm excited to see that rematch.
Well, and the newest episode of Charged is already out. It dropped last Wednesday. You can see Jack Vaughn's first title defense as it took place at Mile High Flea Market in Coastal. You got a chance to call that match with me. So
yes, I did.
Actually, it was Death Drop that called that match with me. As you stepped aside. Yeah.
That's correct. That's the one I stepped aside. Yeah. I did call a Jack Vaughn match. So
yeah. So Death Drop was very happy to see that it was one Rio Valentino. They got a shot at
John's favorite. You don't understand the conversations we had about Rio while we were out there.
Oh, and we're about to have more. Don't you worry. Because we do got a match to talk about with Rio Valentino coming up in a few minutes. But let's let Coastal drown in his sorrows once again, because the next match that we're going to be talking about is, of course, Johnny Casanova and Enrique Calderon. What an unfortunate situation for Casanova to be in.
John, I actually agree with you on this. This was very unfortunate for Johnny. It's the summer of Casanova. He's trying to refresh, meditate, and Enrique Calderon has to come in and just ruin everyone's vibe. He ruined everything. It was not very good feng shui around the locker room. It was very bad.
Was trying to steal his girl, bro.
No, Johnny is a gentleman, and this is what happens when you're a gentleman. Nice guys finish last, John, and poor Johnny was just trying to be a gentleman. Even after the match, and Slade, Lucas, you were absolutely right. Everything you said about Slade is true. She's terrible. She's sneaky. She's conniving. You can't trust her. And Johnny, you can't. You be careful now that you're in the interviewing process. She's not to be trusted. And Johnny Casanova will tell you that.
Her man, as she should have.
No, I'm sorry, John. That was not very ladylike. And Johnny Casanova is a true upstanding gentleman. He is the essence of masculinity. He is what you would want taking your daughter out as Johnny Casanova. And I'm just he's a very good gentleman. Buddy. He's very
buddy.
You guys, you have this terrible picture of Johnny Casanova. And all he's trying to do is the summer of Casanova, and it got interrupted here. It's terribly unfortunate. Terribly unfortunate, John.
Giving hotel rooms to Slade?
He was offering his own hotel room. He was being a gentleman to a damsel in distress. She's a snake in the grass.
That's why she's got. So the true victim in all this is Enrique Calderon. Let's get it straight. This guy, he's put up with a lot. And he gave Slade a second chance, and maybe Slade this time did lead Johnny Casanova along, but he was getting way too friendly, and he lived up to his name, Casanova. Yeah, it's the summer. What is it? The summer of crabs and soda? Is that right? Dead Drop, crabs and soda.
Did your generator flip on and off again, Lucas?
Yeah, maybe. What is it again? The summer of Casanova is officially over now. It's over. Get
You
it?
guys are just mad you didn't.
It's in fact, it's Casanova. Get it?
It's terrible, Lucas.
Casanova.
That's right.
You guys are just mad. You
Nova.
just are mad you didn't get invited to the cookout. It's because you guys bring too much negative energy, and it just needed to be all positive. And Enrique screwed that up, and that Hartlett screwed it up. And
She is a harlot. You're right about that, but Johnny had it coming, and
just
Enrique
trying
took
to be a
advantage of it.
gentleman. Just trying to be a gentleman. This is how he's repaid.
Okay. By the way, Mr. Fourth Row wants you guys to do the Rio dance.
Rio Valentino. Come on, Johnny. Come on. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I couldn't get you to do it on audition. You can do it. Come on.
You guys are simps.
Rio is a movement.
We like to have a good time. Just supposedly you like to have a good time with those wet blankets known as the law office.
Wet blankets. Wow, the disrespect being thrown in the
Absolute
law
wet
way.
blankets. They're like
What-
wet
what-
socks.
what-
Nobody likes wet
with
socks.
the gold.
Wow. What do you think? What do you think that party was like? Coastal. That party with the law office.
Preston absolutely used the finest of dishes. He used the Dixie paper plates and plastic cutlery. He stole the plastic cutlery though from KFC so he could get sporks.
No, do you want me to tell you exactly where we went to?
They probably had tap water and saltines with easy cheese and whatever was left over from the last conference Preston went to for catering.
You want to know where we went to? First off, we went to the Keg. First off.
Oh, the Keg Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Fancy.
We went to the Keg. It's a great time. Got a couple old fashions there too with the boys to celebrate the exciting night that the law office had. Should have been 2 gold belts, but obviously one thing had to be reversed for whatever reason. But either way, law office still captured gold. We went to the law office, the actual law office, and partied hardy until about 3 a.m, and it was a great time. Great time. And it was all on Preston. What a gentleman.
Which means it probably got billed back to RMP somehow.
What's that?
Yaden, check your credit card statement for the company. I think there's some embezzlement going on from the law consultants.
I would look into that.
Haters gonna hate. All right. The next matchup here. Your most funnest tag team going up against the Queensmen.
We're not going to talk about Rio's match?
That's next. Relax.
That was the second to last match. We're on time here. Don't worry.
Hold your horses. I got everything down to a science over here.
Yeah.
Well, my run sheet's different. So
yeah. Well, your run sheet's wrong.
Which is why you're not hosting.
It was given to me by the host, so I got set up.
Oh, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Go ahead. Most funnest tag team against the Queensmen.
Hold on. Sorry, we got to address the rhinoceros in the room.
Oh, Marcio, my buddy, what's up? How you doing? Great victory at Milestone, by the way. Round of applause.
No, Marcio, I didn't have to use any of my time off for your antics. Thank you. I'm feeling fine, by the way.
Your glory hole station downtown.
He's a sick individual.
You should have heard what he was saying, Marcio. He plans to finish you one way or another, whether it's him or with someone else.
I don't care how it's got to be done. I don't care what favors I need to call in. That man will be stopped. If it's my last breath I take, I will make sure he never wins anything here.
Sounds like a bold move.
Let it go, Coastal. Let it go.
No.
You got what you asked for. It was deserved. You've been babbling about it for 3 months.
And I'll gladly do it again if it stops him from winning.
By the way, I don't see Marcio being arrested. I thought your lawyer was preparing to possibly take some legal action.
I made a conscious effort, John. It was my decision, and I do it again.
Yeah, he got involved in a match, so he's not Marcio's not held liable for anything that happens when he jumps that barricade.
That was your first mistake.
It wasn't a mistake, John. I knew the risks.
My right hand says otherwise, says Marcio.
I'm still breathing.
Well, here we go. Coastal, just give it up. It's over.
It's never over. The man is a blight, and he needs to be stopped.
Why don't you just do what Death Drop does and just hate Marcio for the rest of your life, like he hates the Wake, and just leave it at that?
Yeah,
that's a given already.
I don't have a contract to get physical with the Wake, so I'm not going to get physical with the Wake. I respect the law.
You know, there are some good things to say about Marcio. There really are. I'm nostalgic for the times before I knew him. He's like a cloud. When he leaves, the day gets brighter. If he was the prize at the end of the race, I would run backwards.
I can't believe you put your hands on him first.
I do it again. I don't care.
Lucas, I don't think this man is ever going to learn.
I care a lot about you, Coastal. I wish you could just let this go, but I understand. I understand what it's like to, carry hate in your heart for someone. I get it. But sometimes you just got to learn that it let things go, man.
Do the whole karma
a heavy
thing.
burden.
Do the whole karma thing. Be like, karma's going to bite him in the ass sooner than later.
And I want to be there for when it happens. I want a front row seat. I want popcorn, and I want to watch. I want to watch it happen.
Karma might come in the form of one Remy D, though.
Marcio doubled it and gave it to the next person. And
I will never celebrate
he is gonna hate.
I will never celebrate terrible things happening to people. And there's gonna come a day when something bad happens to Marcio, and I'm gonna have to change that statement.
Look, Marcio really wasn't doing anything to you during that match. Yeah, he might have said some things, but you didn't have to get yourself involved.
I got involved because I'm sick and tired of him, John.
If anything, you did Remedy a disservice by interfering in the match.
And I apologized for that. My emotions did get the better of me, but I hate that man. I hate him with the passion of 1,000 burning suns. I hate him more than I hate the Yankees. I hate him more than I hate the entire NFC East. I hate him more than I hate Jerry Jones.
Coming from a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. They don't like Jerry Jones.
Marcio, apparently he has not learned his lesson. You would think he would have. He might be more stubborn than I thought. So we're going to keep on warning Coastal for the next 6 months to a year. He probably won't learn the lesson then. And then maybe you just might have to punch him twice or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, your most funnest tag team going up against the Queensmen. Why don't we give it to Lucas, because it seems like Coastal's kind of a little bit heated.
We'll let Coastal cool down a little bit. I'll talk about this match, man. I had a lot of fun calling this match. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's the most funnest tag team. But One Lord Mitchell Taylor tried to throw some curveballs. We didn't know who his tag team partner was going to be. We were assuming it was going to be Nikki Hyde. It was not Nikki Hyde. Then he brings out what we thought was going to be his other tag team partner. We thought it was going to be P.I. Porter. It was not P.I. Porter. He brings in a guy that we haven't seen in Rocky Mountain Pro before, but it's a guy that I've heard of, and was one Duke Fairfax,
The one
Duke
percenter.
the one percenter from Austin, Texas, and man, this guy, he looks the part. He looks like royalty. He looks like he came from a place of a lot of opportunity and a lot of uh, a privilege. He was a good tag team partner for one Lord Mitchell Taylor. You could tell, great athlete, can tell that he'd been doing this a long time. Could tell that he's a one hell of a find for Lord Mitchell Taylor. But in the end, it was Mercury Yaden and Marty Casals who uh, were able to stop Lord Mitchell Taylor from getting a win streak once again. He stops at 2, just like it has for a long time. Uh, the Most Funnest Tag Team has the number of Lord Mitchell Taylor. I think he needs to quit being a fly in the ointment of Most Funnest Tag Team. I think Lord Mitchell Taylor needs to figure out something else that's going to work to get a winning streak, because Most Funnest Tag Team is not uh, the ones to mess with. Not on that stage. And they were having a good time. And even we even saw Trina and Risterbrett kind of get into it a little bit as well. So a lot going on in this matchup. But good victory for Yaden and Martin Casals, and we got lots of bubbles and lots of celebrating going on.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
come on, that had to
Hey.
cheer you up a little bit, didn't it?
It does. It absolutely does. Everything you said about the Duke is right. Watching him wrestle, even after Milestone and the stuff that I saw him at, that you guys will see eventually as well, he's a complete package. I mean, he's power, he's speed, he's agility. The Lord Mitchell Taylor really did find a diamond in the rough there, if you will. Whatever kingdom he summoned him from, he better be paying them well for their services, because Duke Fairfax is the real deal, and people should take notice. The Most Funnest Tag Team, big win for them. Yes, it's over the Queensmen, but it helps them in their confidence, helps them in this tag division that's been turned on its head now with Type Reckless as your number one contenders. We have new tag champs. It's ripe for the taking. They're right there. I think Yaden's got one more great tag team run in him. I think Marty Casals is the right tag team partner for him. And I really hope they can recapture gold this year, because Yaden as a tag team champion is always one of the best versions of Yaden you can get. And the unpredictableness of Marty is incredible. And that is something I really want to see, because that would turn it on its head even more. Yeah, it was just a great tag team match.
All right. I guess this will bump up Coastal's mood a little bit too, I suppose. We have the singles contest between Rio Valentino and Anaya, which, by the way, thank you, Anaya, for putting a quick end to Rio Valentino's Milestone debut. It was fantastic to watch.
Man, Anaya and you get along on so many aspects, because you guys just hate fun. You don't like to have fun unless you're annoying somebody, and then it's all fun and games while you're having fun at someone else's expense. But when anybody tries to have fun or bring happiness to a place, you guys just crap all over it, man. Like, what
There's a
is
few
wrong with
things
you, John?
that brings joy to my life. One is Law Office succeeding in taking championship gold, and the other is for the person who destroys Rio Valentino on a weekly basis.
What is
we
wrong with
don't have to deal with the music, and we don't have to deal with the dancing and the crowd doing the thing.
John? It's fun. Rio is fun. Like, you're supposed to have fun. This is something you do because you love, and like Rio loves this, and he's good, and he gets no respect from Anaya, and Anaya feels like he's where, you know what? If it wasn't for Rio, Anaya wouldn't have been on this card. So Anaya should be thanking Rio for what he did to get him on the Milestone.
I don't know. I don't think that one's accurate.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it went down. In fact, it was Anaya who was giving Rio the opportunity. He called him.
Out of the
Anaya
kindness
had
of his own heart,
Maybe
Anaya
maybe
had
number
said
4 is right, John. Maybe you are right here. He's retooling how things happen down here.
Anaya had said before this march to Milestone that he wanted to give a young up and comer an opportunity. Didn't know who it was going to be. He Anaya wanted to kind of prove a point. He gave Rio Valentino opportunity. Rio Valentino's the hot young star, as popular as anyone right now. The dancing is a sensation. His entrance is amazing, but he's not quite ready for the competition like Anaya. He's just not yet, and that's okay because he's still young. And it's to be put in that situation with Anaya, he's gonna. We talked about Curtis Cole. Curtis Cole is a Hall of Famer. Anaya's going to be a Hall of Famer. That's a no doubter. He'll be in the Hall of Fame one day. So um, Rio has nothing to be ashamed of. It just was in above his head. But he'll learn from this. Uh, I will say I did like it was kind of funny when the confetti gun got shot right in Rio's face. That was a little bit funny. I'll admit I snickered at that a little bit. And I know you, Death Drop. You must have just loved that.
It
Yeah,
was fantastic.
yeah.
I'm just saying it takes 2 to tango, and if Rio wasn't there, and I wouldn't have anybody to wrestle. So props to Rio.
No, absolutely props to Rio, and he's only going to get better, and there's going to be more dancing. So get used to it, Death Drop. It ain't going nowhere.
You learn the dance, John.
Oh,
It'll bring happiness to your soul.
Soon. Hopefully, someone will end it soon. Put it out of everyone's mind and misery. Anyways, enough talking about Rio. Let's get on to the main event. I mean, doesn't get much of a bigger main event than what Milestone 16 had to offer here. RP Championship was on the line. Caden Koyama against Draper. Also, you can actually argue both of these guys could also be future Hall of Famers as well.
No, 100%. This was building up all day long. It was tense backstage. Caden was there. He's pacing. He was really thinking about the match. Draper was backstage, really preparing. You could tell it was very heavy in the air. Even Dog Draper looked concerned, who was walking around backstage. It was the culmination to an amazing night. This match was back and forth. Draper brought everything he could to Koyama, just like we thought it would happen. It was very reminiscent of the Charge title match. Then when Draper took that title off Koyama after a long reign. And, I got to be honest, there were points in this match where I was like, this is happening again. This is exactly, this is going to happen again. Koyama, what is going on? But then Caden, he did something different in this match he didn't do in the Charged match. Near the end of it, you could tell he flipped that switch. He hit the reserve tank. He had everything that was left, and he took it to Draper. And he was able to come out with arguably the biggest win of his career. I know he's had huge tag team title wins. The Charge title victories were always big. This one, though, this put a demon to rest. It put a blemish on his record from the Charge title to rest. It answered questions about, can he still hang with guys like Draper that are bigger than him, stronger than him? And the answer to everything is yes. Caden Koyama is Mr. Every Night for a reason. 1, 2, 3, what happened isn't just a catchy slogan. It's what happens during the match. He finds ways to win that you don't expect and that he just finds because he needs to. I think this title reign lasts for a long time. I think we're looking at the next great title reign in Rocky Mountain Pro history. And I think it comes off the heels of the greatest Charge title reign in history. This is the year of Koyama, so everyone buckle up.
So I will kind of agree with you on a point you made that this is the biggest title defense that he's had, biggest match he's had, and the reason why, well, you talked about it, is that it was Draper who has really been the only blemish in this run that he's had. That it goes back over a year, to when he won the Charge Championship at Ball Arena. He ever since then he absolutely unstoppable, except for one fateful New Year's Eve night against Draper, and it looked like Draper was his kryptonite. But on the biggest stage the Rocky Mountain Pro has, Draper uh, couldn't. Draper couldn't get it done against Koyama. Koyama had the answer. He had figured out what he did wrong in that first match, corrected it, and they put on an absolute classic. Everything was just tremendous in this matchup. You could see that both men had been working so hard to get to this point. You can tell they had really trained a lot because they both gave it everything they had, and yeah, it had that big fight feel that you would expect in a main event at Milestone. I mean, even the entrance for Koyama, bringing out a childhood friend to rap that raps his theme song, to come bring him out live from North Carolina, to bring him out for that was special.
Milestone 16 was indeed a special night, and it was capped off with a very special kind of main event. As much as my hatred towards Koyama and the Wake stand, got to give him props on this one. He learned from his mistakes the last time he faced Draper and came out still retaining the RMP championship. And you know what? Maybe Coastal might be right on this aspect. Maybe this is the year for Caden Koyama. It just might be. Eventually, someone's going to knock him off. But until then, you got to give him his flowers. He is your RMP champion for a reason. He showed it at the main event of Milestone 16 here. And what a way to cap it off. I mean, the crowd was in it throughout the entire match. I mean, that arena was rocking during that main event. I don't think we've seen a crowd like that in a long time.
Yeah. And it's probably been pre-COVID, guys. Especially at the Quarry. Yeah, we haven't seen a crowd quite like that since probably 2019.
It was rocking. They were there all night. They didn't want to leave. We were ushering them out of the building half an hour after the event ended. It was pure awesomeness from the Rascals, and we need to fill that Quarry. So keep coming, keep showing your support, keep going to the Quarry because it's a magical place.
Spread the word. Spread the word.
Right. And speaking of that, I've been seeing all kinds of posts, even a week later, on all the socials of people posting their pictures for Milestone and people just talking the buzz over Milestone. It's still going on from fans, so pretty amazing.
Curious to see how the revamp's going to look. All right. Just a comment on this one, just because Rio is one of the most over wrestlers we've had in a long time. Hate on him if you want, but the kid gets it. Yeah, I'll hate on him. That's fine. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Johnny, no front, draft up.
Right. Yeah. Doesn't get much of a better endorsement, though, than when you've got the president of the company giving you that kind of endorsement. And he doesn't always do that either. So that says a lot.
All right. Well, almost 2 hours worth of analyzing this show, guys. A lot of banter back and forth. Your final thoughts on Milestone 16 and the future of RMP, because we have officially flipped the calendar. We are basically on a brand new year for Rocky Mountain Pro.
Yeah, if Milestone's any indication of what the following year is going to bring, this is going to be incredible. It's going to be high octane. It's going to have everything you're going to want. We got Caden Koyama, who's the next challenger, who's going to try and take that belt off him. Cease and Desist now have to defend those tag titles in an ever-growing and ever-changing tag division where you never know who the next challenger is going to be. Punk and Morgan is continuing defending that Lockett's title. You know, I'm sure Lola's going to have her thing to say. We get to go through the whole disputed nonsense again. And it's just going to be a huge year in Rocky Mountain Pro. It's going to be amazing. And I really just can't wait to see it. And one thing is for certain, I don't care what I have to do. Marcio Santos will not win the title.
Did you hear that, Lucas? We're delusional.
Oh, we're
Apparently
delusional.
we're delusional.
How
very, very delusional.
Didn't I just give Caden Koyama props like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say about the other half of the greatest tag team of all time?
He fucked
Well,
up.
he had about,
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
and I tried to warn him. He wanted to get he could have avoided all his problems if he would have taken the interview from me. But no, he got himself into this situation because he specifically asked for Slade and then took it too far.
He's trying to be a gentleman. Trying to be a gentleman, Lucas. A gentleman. Yeah.
Ooh.
See? He's just trying to be a gentleman, Lucas, and this is the thanks he gets.
Okay.
Slade's just defending her man. Like, I don't.
Nice guys finish last.
What the
Johnny's
issue
the
is.
nicest guy I know.
Right.
Well, that's debatable. I can tell you that for sure.
He's always been a gentleman to me. He's always been a nice guy.
I think he needs to stop
you spend more time on his part of the glory hole than anyone else in the way.
You are, Johnny, that is disgusting and tasteless. Okay.
Wow. I will say this. Casanova, I think, needs to stop with the whole summer of Casanova. Get serious again. Stop with the, go to what you're good at. You're a great wrestler. You need to get back to being the guy that can be just as good as Caden Koyama. Get back to that. Stop with all the other nonsense. This summer of Casanova thing. That's
what you're good. Lucas.
Well,
Trust the
we'll
process.
See. The process so far has stunk. I mean, the process did not work out.
It's in the early part. You reset, you meditate, you regather. The results follow after. He can't do this with the interruptions because he's trying to be a gentleman, and then he gets interrupted. This is all on Enrique. It's all on Enrique.
Eventually, the Wake's going to see it. Eventually, the Wake's going to see his struggles. I'm just saying.
And good friends help good friends, John. Unlike you, who was too worried about an interview to go check on me after I was, for lack of a better term, assaulted.
I'm just doing my job. You weren't doing your job. You were getting involved in a match that you didn't even need to be a part of. That was your doing, not me.
I had to do something, John.
Yeah, see, well, there you go. You got yourself involved for no reason. You didn't have
There's
to.
a reason I had to stop that selfish man.
You should have just let Remy D take care of Marcio. And even then,
I've already apologized.
And even then, Remy didn't take care of Marcio because Marcio is the El Professional for a reason. Not only did he kick your ass, but he kicked Remy's ass too and won in the street fight.
Wasn't as easy as you're making it out to be, John.
Doesn't matter. A win is a win. And that's a W in Marcio's books. And you probably cost Remy that W.
And I've apologized to Remy and talked to Remy already. And by the way, see, I assume that's Johnny Casanova. He is correct. They just, like, John takes advantage of kindness.
But see, I tried to warn him. I tried to say that you can't trust Slade, and you couldn't trust Slade. See? So even if he was just being nice, I told him. I said, I told everyone that Slade was no good.
And I will dump Enrique on his head real soon.
I have no doubts.
I do. I got doubts.
Well, Slade better watch it too, because you're right, Coastal. The Wake always has each other's back.
Be real terrible if something bad happened to Enrique. Be real bad. Poor guy. Just doesn't seem that lucky.
That's right. A Wake can't handle a loss, so they have to go all out Wake to be able to finish their business. I forgot. We saw
Well,
that
doesn't-
side not too long ago from Johnny Casanova, I do recall, with a certain SOP sign. So, I don't know. All I saw was Slade protecting his man. Her man. Sorry. Her man.
The trash always gets taken out, John.
Are you calling Enrique trash now, too?
Just saying, the trash always gets taken out. The problems get solved. We saw that at,
Pretty soon you're going to have Marcio and Enrique coming after you soon. You are digging yourself quite a bit of hole there.
I just calls it as I sees it.
What I saw was an Enrique win and a Johnny Casanova loss. Again,
the only loss for the week
came on Johnny Casanova.
Because he got taken advantage of. He's too nice. That's one thing about Johnny. That's his downfall. Is he's too nice of a guy.
I tried to warn him, though. No excuses.
Nope. There is no excuse there. And also, we got to remember the hashtag Lucas hates women.
I have a
As
reason,
reminded
though,
by
now.
Sonny Flores. You don't have a reason. You try to steal the interview from Slade mid-interview, which is uncalled for and unprofessional.
No, because I had already called the interview that I was going to get the interview today. I had already had it booked. I had announced it on live television,
late,
and then
apparently.
she goes and swoops in.
And then Coastal hates professionals. Well, someone's got to give the interview, Lucas. If you can't
Only
make
one.
it on time,
I only
someone's
hate
got to
one.
step in. Someone's got to step in.
He's a professional piece of human garbage.
Hashtag Johnny 1 CMS looks great in orange.
Oh my God, that's the worst hashtag ever.
It's the greatest hashtag ever. What are you talking about?
It's the worst.
I didn't even give myself the #1 rank. Everybody else in RMP is. So I guess I should call myself in the next intro next week. Johnny Death
Oh, I'm
Drop,
sure
#1
you will.
CMS journalist in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Yeah, you go ahead and
Lucas, we need to get some of that, personal protective equipment Lola had, because it's getting
you know-
deep in here.
You know though, the following charge, there was no Johnny Death getting interviews. There was no Slade getting interviews. There was nobody else getting interviews. But this, in fact, I was even my own cameraman against with the newest Lockett champion. And I even got an interview. You talk about, I'm so unbiased. I get interviews with Chopper City. I got an interview with Lola, and now she's on vacation. And both the Locketts are on vacation now. We got Pumpkin's on vacation at Disneyland, and Lola's off in Peru.
You can't call dibs, Lucas. It's not a thing.
It is a thing. Dibs is still. Dibs is a thing. Dibs has always been a thing. Johnny, the people's CMS. Are you kidding me? Sonny, stop! What are you're creating a monster here?
This ego is extremely huge right now, and I'm
it was already
every bit of it.
He's going to be so hard to deal with. He's going to be.
It was already bigger than the. You already had your ego was the size of New England already. Now it's taken over like the whole Eastern Seaboard.
Well, to be fair, quarter of that's because he's a Pats fan, and just that ego is unruly.
While your Cowboys are still going to be waiting 25 to 30 years to win another title, we probably have another title on our doorstep within the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, you'll find a way to screw it up. I mean, New England recently does not have the greatest thing with sports journalists, so don't worry, something will screw it up.
Yeah. Yes, Johnny. Yes, he is on the payroll of the law office.
Absolutely, he is.
Why are you so mad? That should be a good thing for everyone.
No, that should be under investigation.
Oh, there's no tampering here. I can promise.
There's a racketeering charge here somewhere. Let's get Preston brought up on RICO charges.
We deal with strict business. on our side.
There's definitely
Yeah.
money laundering happening
We
somewhere.
don't deal with the
Yeah.
lollygagging that goes on in R&P in the locker room and all that stuff. We
But-
stay strictly
That-
business
that-
professional.
But yeah, that's like Gustavo from Breaking Bad type business right there.
I'm petitioning to take Coastal's spot on the show after Marcio kills him. We almost did. When I saw Coastal fly about 5 feet the other way after that punch, I thought I was putting an application
You
on
were
the
you were
R&P
about ready to
website.
post. You were about
he
ready to
will-
post an opening. I saw it.
Yeah,
He
I
will
was. I
get red
didn't
of
think he was
me.
getting up.
Even if he kills me, I will come back as a ghost and haunt him for the rest of his miserable days.
Why is he getting very intense when he talks about Marcio?
I hate
I know.
that.
Jeez,
His tone just changes.
let it go.
He's got that Titus Machiavelli in him.
I know. By any means necessary. Here comes Coastal.
That was great.
Joke all you want. I don't care.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Here comes Coastal.
No, say the full name.
Oh.
And into the mic because we couldn't hear you.
Well, here comes Coastal.
You still didn't say the full name, but that's okay.
What you want me to say? Coastal Machiavelli? You want me to call him Coastal Machiavelli? Is that what you want to say?
Well, no, don't disrespect him that much.
Oh, okay.
Don't disrespect him that much.
I'm like, yeah.
You guys can laugh all you want. I don't care if it's the last thing I do. I'm going to stop Marcio Santos.
Go ahead, say the line. Say the line. You know you want to. Say the line. Say the line.
By any means necessary.
I was hoping Coastal was going to say it, but I guess
know.
Lucas's rendition's good.
Yeah, he'll have to do.
Oh, look at that. Johnny giving you some support, Coastal.
Summer of Cat. Yeah, you're right, Johnny. I need to meditate. I need to breathe. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, because every time you get serious, you sound like Titus. And it's kind of scary in a way.
Yeah, you need to have the summer of Coastal. You know, go. I know
What
it's
does
getting
the
late.
summer of Coastal entail? Enlighten us.
I don't know. What would the summer of Coastal entail there, Coastal?
I don't know, honestly, because mostly the summer is traveling and taking the kid places. So, yeah, I guess it would just be spending time with little Coastal and hanging out.
Oh, Sonny, we're not. Anymore. I don't want any more text messages. No.
No, this was towards
Sorry,
Coastal. This was towards Coastal.
Okay.
If you're watching, it's towards Coastal. If you really care that much. God. You sound like Vince McMahon. That's a good one, too. That ain't bad.
That did sound a little McMahon, but the guy that I was trying to be, he has a little McMahonism in him. So
Coastal, can you get mad at Marcio? We need to confirm.
What? I hate that man.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Which is why you need to talk more about how Marcio's probably going to knock the shit out of you for a second time next year.
Yeah, and what exactly are you going to do to him? Like what exactly is going to come to Marcio?
Because you tried getting physical with him and that didn't work out. So what's next?
Yeah. Tell me the plan.
When I have the plan, Lucas, I will tell you.
See, I heard a little. You heard it a little there.
A little bit. Well, I guess
he's a disease at Rocky Mountain Pro that needs to be cured. And I don't care how that happens. I don't care who I have to call. I don't care if I have to call David Drake and have him kidnapped and taken to a faraway land.
What are you doing?
don't poison Lucas like that. What are you doing? He already has issues with David Drake as is. He has PTSD because of him.
Would you now? How could you even talk that name into existence? You need an intervention right now. We need a coastal intervention. That drop.
Yeah, and you know what? I got the perfect person to help with that. Maybe we might have to bring him on next week. Maybe. Don't worry, it's not Marcio. I know you'll poop yourself if you see him again, but
I don't care if I see him again. I don't care. I want to see him again. Bring him on.
oh, you want to see him again?
Bring him on.
Oh, what are you doing?
All right. We're gonna stop this segment. Obviously we're way over. This is gonna be a very long episode on Spotify. We will see you guys next week, as always, for episode 508. For myself, Johnny Death Drop Coast Crusader, and Lucas Bradwell, we'll see you guys next week. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you next time. Take care. Coastal, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't care. I don't care. It needs to end. He needs to go away. He brings nothing but hatred to this place.
You don't learn. You still haven't learned. You got yourself involved in the match and cost Remy a chance of winning the match because of your own ego and your own hatred towards Marcio. And you still haven't learned that?
I'm just fed up with it. I'm fed up with everything he does, his attacks on people, everything. And if I have to be the one that goes down to stop him, I don't care. It's about bigger things.
What are you going to do?
I don't know, John, but something has to be done. Nobody else is going to do it.
You basically said that you were just going to go down there.
All right. So this is where I gotta jump in. Somebody else will do something. You don't think that this issue is not done with him and Remy. And Remy sure in the hell isn't just going to let it go. And Remy doesn't need to. Remy went toe-to-toe with Marcio. He can do it. And if he can't do it, someone else will. You're not a professional wrestler. You are an analyst like myself, like Johnny. You do a great job. I know that it's hard because we get jerks that act like jerks. I get it. But we have to be professionals in the long run. Yes, do I say some things and get in trouble? Sure. But at the end of the day, I always have to be the bigger person. And you cannot, and you got to learn from my lessons, because it was about 12 years ago that I got beat up by one Jason Jackson. But you know what I decided I wasn't going to do? I wasn't going to try to get retribution. I had Mercury Yaden took care of him for me. So I wiped my hands clean, did not open my mouth again about Jason Jackson, did not say any more negative things that were crossing the line. You need to learn that. It's okay. So it doesn't mean you're a lesser man or anything. It just means that you're smart. Be smart.
He keeps my name out of his mouth, and I'll keep his name out of mine. How's that sound?
Oh, you know that's not going to happen.
That's the deal I'll make.
Well, you know that's not going to happen, so why would you even make that deal? You basically gave him free reins for about a year to be able to use his name whenever he wants, because you decided to interject in that match. So no, that's not going to happen, obviously.
Then I am allowed to verbally defend myself.
Look, I got Kaiju busted 4 years ago. You don't see me going to look for a redemption arc here.
No, you just hate on them publicly.
Yeah.
Which is all I'm doing.
Which is what you should right now, until you're making threats to go down there and do it again.
Never said I'd go down there.
Didn't he just say that 2 seconds ago?
I said no. I said I'd find a way.
Yeah.
Lucas, I heard that, right?
I mean, that means the same thing. If you're gonna find a way, that means you're gonna do it.
I'm not gonna travel outside of when I am invited out.
Can someone tell me what episode that attack happened on? It happened at Milestone. What do you mean?
No, he's talking about my attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that even an episode?
Yes, it was. You actually we'll be
We're getting
coming
close
on
to that.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly after Milestone 6.
Okay.
A few weeks after.
So we're close to that, and we're going to start that up next week again. That's as bad as a deal as betting on the Cowboys.
That's pretty bad.
Very bad.
Y'all better hope they don't ever do good while we're doing this show, because I am going to be more insufferable than you can ever imagine.
Oh God, I'm not really worried about it, but yeah.
Lucas proving he's number one.
See,
Where'd this come
that's
from?
right. See, I have all kinds of supporters. Thor's been supporting me. We have Christopher Getson. We got Todd. I got more fans than you do.
Please, I got the important ones. I got Sonny Flores.
Oh, yeah.
I got Eric Reyes.
Sonny. Yeah.
I got Marcio. I got Jack McCready, to be honest. I'm just saying.
And you're invited, Coastal. Yaden invited you. So the boss invited you, so it's all good.
Invited to what? What did I miss?
But you remember he said he's not going to go anywhere he's not invited. So now he's invited. So come anytime, Coastal.
He's inviting for another one? Another butt whooping? It's around episode 98 to 106. Yeah, so I think we're in the 90s now, so I think we'll be coming up on it.
Yeah, well, maybe a few weeks.
You going to accept the invitation?
I said I wouldn't talk about that man unless he talks about me. So
let's see here.
We'll wait and see. Start treating him like Voldemort, he who shall not be named.
You can be easily swayed, Sonny. That's why I just don't buy your whole, I'm a Johnny Depp fan. You'll turn on him quick too.
I'm very likable. I was one of the first ones that approached Sonny. What are you talking about? We get along just fine. Guys are hating on me all of a sudden just because I did a job. My God.
I don't hate on you.
Someone had to do it.
I hate on you for who you associate with.
What, you hating on success?
Just saying, you lay down with dogs, you get fleas.
I ain't got no fleas on me yet. All right. I think that's it. I think we successfully covered Milestone 16 to the best of our ability. Literally, because I'm dying over here. I've gone through like 5 tissues already. Final thoughts, I guess, for the show here.
I mean, Milestone lived up to all the hype. It was amazing. It was great to be there. I look forward to what's coming down the pipeline for Rocky Mountain Pro and more success.
Yeah, it was great milestone. Yeah, great milestone. And I didn't really get a chance to tell you guys when you're out here, but it was great having you guys on commentary the whole weekend. That was a lot of fun.
Sure.
No, it was. Especially, you guys. We had a great time at Mile High Flea Market, even though it was hotter than.
Oh God, it was so hot.
107 when we got to Denver Airport. That was crazy.
Well, yeah, we had a good time. It was good having you guys out, and it was just great seeing the Rocky Mountain Pro faithful really showed out on Milestone weekend too, man. Because not only were they out in full force at Milestone, but then out at the Stanley Marketplace, out at Mile High Flea Market. Just it was great everywhere we went. So fun weekend. And fun night at Summit Tacos last night too. That was one of the biggest crowds in Summit Tacos history last night. The owner Eduardo said that they pretty much sold out online in tickets. They were at full capacity. So
Boom. That's motion, ladies and gentlemen. That is emotion. Good news coming out of RMP's camp. Lucas, you haven't done this yet. It's your time to shine.
Yep.
Hopefully you don't fuck this one up either.
Yep.
What do we got coming down the pipe?
Well, we do have Romero's coming up next Saturday, or this coming Saturday. So we will be back at Romero's in Lafayette. That show starts at 8:00. You do need tickets for that show, so make sure you go online to rmpwrestling.com, get your tickets for that. That show's been pretty close to selling out. Most of the nights we go there, it's pretty much full inside and outside. So I suggest you get your tickets early because that's been a hot ticket as well. So those shows up in Longmont, Lafayette are red hot. Weather's supposed to be cooling down too, so should hopefully no rain, but it'll be a nice little cool off.
And when is the next big event for Rocky Mountain Pro?
Well, we are having the Colorado Cup, and that is going to be the 7th of August at Bierstadt's. Originally was going to be at the quarry, but we made a little changes, so it will be at Bierstadt's. You need tickets if you want to sit on the floor. Standing room only is a kind of a crapshoot, guys, because that place, you guys know as well as anybody, that place gets packed. So you might want to try to get some. If you want to get good seats, make sure you get that. That's going to be huge. The Colorado Cup is going to be its own separate pay-per-view this year. So.
Wait a second. I found something we haven't seen in a while. Coastal, how you feeling right now?
Feeling great. Why?
Because we have an redemption in channel points. And it is ASMR for 2 minutes.
Oh, God. We got to do this again.
On a given topic. And oh boy, you are going to absolutely hate me. Actually, you know what? I'll be nice because you're kind of in a grumpy mood right now. I figured I alleviate your spirits in a way. All right. I want you to give ASMR for 2 minutes on the subject of Cease and Desist winning the tag team championships. It could have been a lot worse. Could have said El Professional, but I figured we give the honors to the new tag team champions. Coastal Crusader, your 2 minutes of ASMR begins now.
Everybody settle down and listen to Story Time with Coastal as we discuss a milestone moment, history in the making. So we talk about the tag team title match and Choppa City defending the attitude and the reputation of Choppa City as Cease and Desist tries to stop the Chop or they will cease to exist. The match was a back and forth war as both teams competed for the highest altitude in Rocky Mountain Pro's tag team division. And Cease and Desist were able to stop the Chop. As much as we all disdain for them, they did seem to climb the mountaintop, if you will. They were able to conquer the chopping demons. They were able to take the gold with them. Unfortunately, take it back to that wretched and putrid, awful place known as the Law Office, where only the worst of the worst. It's like the Mos Eisley Cantina. It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. But that is where the tag team titles rest now until two glorious knights decide that they are willing to brave the terrible castle keep that is the Law Office and rescue the tag team titles from the terrible grips of Cease and Desist, for they have become tyrants in the tag team division, and they must be stopped. Who will rise to the challenge? Who
10
will
seconds.
take up the banner of Chopper City and get the revenge for the tag team titles? Only time will tell everyone.
5, 4,
Next, on the next episode
3,
of ASMR
2,
Stories with Coastal.
1, 0. Not bad.
I'm relaxed. Are you relaxed now, Coastal? Did that feel better?
See, that's what the
I
summer
felt-
of Casanova does to you. It helps you relax and center yourself
God.
and get yourself in a good mental state. And now that I have found, thank you, Johnny Casanova, for the wonderful seminar as well and the meditation techniques. They've really helped. I'm going to sleep a lot better.
All right. And then we have Ye and RMP over here saying I may stream for a bit. So stop in if you're around. So you have that to look forward to. Give a shout out to Mr. Ye and RMP at twitch.tv/r Ye and RMP. I'm sorry. Go follow him as well. I don't see him live just yet. We might just end it and you guys hop over there once he goes live. Let me do a quick refresh to make sure. All right. Yep. Boom. Okay. So look for that. And if not, then I guess that's it for us. We'll be seeing you guys next week. We'll be back on schedule. We have charge number 508 to talk about, and then we'll get right back into the rewind. Unless we have any type of interviews coming in the near future, we'll let you know about that. But other than that, that's it. Ready to start a new chapter in Rocky Mountain Pro. Turn the calendar. Looking forward to it. And looks like you guys are ready to look forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's been a long one.
Yeah, I am on my wits' end. I am dying. All right. For myself, Johnny Deathdrop, the Coastal Crusader, and Lucas Bradwell, we will see you guys next week for another episode of Recharge. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you on the next one. Go tune into Yaden's stream in a little while. Make sure you follow him and turn those notifications on. Twitch.tv/YadenRMP. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, folks.